Hello, everybody, and we welcome you to another one of our great interviews here during our 2024 Sooner Athletic Conference Women's Basketball Media Day. I'm Jim Powers, the Assistant Commissioner of the Sooner, and we're going to head down to Texas and we're going to visit with our great friends at Nelson University. Now, remember, it's no longer Segu, it's Nelson. Got to make sure we remember all that fun stuff. But joining us is their head women's basketball coach, Michael Sons, and one of his outstanding players and Kyla McMinn. And first off, Kyla, talk a little bit about the preseason workouts and the things you guys have been doing because I know you guys are a team that was pretty much getting coming into your own towards the end of last year, and I think there's some expectations for you guys this year.
Yes, sir. This preseason has been really fun so far because we have a good group of returners that really know what the program is about and what how we run our offense and our defense. And it's just been fun to finally have those returners that are now teaching all these freshmen and transfers coming in. And this preseason, we've just been really working on like meshing the two returners with all the transfers and freshmen. And it's just been a really good time so far working on our offense and our new defense.
Yeah, talk a little bit about your leadership. And obviously you just mentioned it. You've got a great group of veteran players returning, but also a mix of some, transfers and some freshmen. So what's the leadership style for you? Are you more of a vocal type of leader, or are you the quiet, follow my example, and we'll get you to the right place?
I would say naturally I'm more of a lead by example type of leader, but I've really felt like this year I've needed to step up and be more vocal because, like I said, I've been here for 4 years and we haven't really ever had like a line of who's been here, who's established, but it feels like this year for the first time we really have like freshmen. And I know I've been here for 4 years. I'm finally feeling comfortable to be able to be vocal and speak to my teammates and really get everyone on the same page. So I feel like naturally I do just kind of try and lead by example, but I know this year I've needed to step up and really rally everyone together.
Coach, talk about this young lady sitting next to you and what she's bringing for your program and what she's done to, the last few years to get ready for this coming season.
Well, first of all, thanks for doing this. I know it's awesome to have this sort of thing happening for our preseason, and we play in one of the toughest conferences in the nation, and it's awesome to be able to get that out, and let everybody know this is a great league. But Kyla is awesome. She makes me look good all the time, and she does lead by example. But she also will tell you how it is if she needs to, and that's what makes her great. Her leadership style is, some people lead and they don't want to be followed, so you're not really a leader. Well, Kyla's somebody that they want to follow her, so it kind of helps her be effective.
And coach, you've got some great kids coming back on your into your program, but you've also got some new faces that are going to fill some pretty big shoes for you. Talk some about some of those names that we're going to hear throughout the season, during the non-conference and as we get into conference play.
So we have a really good balance. We're getting to the point in our program where we can bring in. We'll have some freshmen so we're always building, but then we bring in some transfers as well, and that helps us stay competitive. We got Lauren Scalisi from Southeastern Oklahoma State. She came in. We recruited her out of high school, but she went Division II, and now she's with us. She's a really good player. She's a lot of fun to watch. She can do it on both ends of the court. uh, Kate Miller, a Henderson State transfer. She really can fill any position on the floor for us, and just such a versatile player. And we're happy to get her too. We've got a girl from Eastern Oklahoma State, Juliana Matlock, and she has stepped in, and she can play the five, the four, and she can do it too. And then we got another young lady from she played at Bethel, but then she took a year off, but she can really shoot it, and that's Caitlin McKenna. And then we felt like last year that we were starting to play well, but we really needed to get bigger for this year, and we really needed to become better on the perimeter. And we hope we address that. I'll let you know. Uh, but but we did get another post player from Geneva College, and Bailey Fletcher. So she gave us some more depth on the inside.
And we'll ask, Kyla, this, the program, the system that you guys run is so much fun to watch. And I'm sure you guys got to love playing. It's more of a free-flowing system to where, you get open opportunities, you take it. But I think the one big thing I've learned about you guys and watching you last year, so unselfish with the basketball. Talk a little bit about that type of program and system that you guys are playing.
It is so much fun. I've been telling the transfers and all the new girls, I'm just telling them over and over, this offense is so fun. Like, I'm taking initiative to coach them and help them learn what they're not understanding because I know how good our offense can be. And especially, I'm seeing this year with all the returners, it just feels so natural, the style we're playing, and we can just read each other. And so I've been really taking initiative to help the new girls really understand what we're doing and what we're about because I know how successful and just how much fun the offense is. And sorry, what was your main
No,
question?
no, you just hit it right on the head. That was perfect. And but the other thing too, and Coach, I'll let you chime in on this. You guys loved, and I think this is kind of where a lot of our teams are. You really use your defense to get you going on the offensive end, and that's the part that's a lot of fun to watch with what you guys do. Is you play that pressure D, get turnovers, and get to the other end pretty quickly.
Yeah, we want our defense to complement our offense. And it's really a great, I mean, you have to really deep dive into your personnel and see what works. You can't just be stubborn. Well, this is the way we're going to do it. So we try to not be like that. And we think we found a really good balance. We won't let you in on all of our little secrets for
Hey,
our
I
defense.
told you I don't need to know all the little secrets. Just,
Yeah,
just
the
you know,
secret
just a little
sauce, we'll
bit.
keep it secret. But we do, we think our defense, we have to love defense. But the
Yeah.
cool thing about our offense is, I mean, I could probably have a snack on the sideline once they get really good at it. And it just, they get to be players. And we believe that spacing is offense and offense is spacing. And what we're doing leans itself towards that. You got to have a high IQ and you got to be willing to put in the work. But man, once we get it going, it's fun.
No doubt about it. Well, your schedule, you look at just who you're opening. You're going Weber International, then Southeastern. That's just a great way to start your non-conference schedule. But then you've got a couple really nice exhibition matchups. Talk a little bit about how the non-conference, and we'll get to the Sooner here in a minute. But talk a little bit about your non-conference schedule and how it's built to get you guys ready to open conference play in mid-November.
Yeah, with the new system that they're using to make selections for the national tournament, we really are kind of trying to figure this out on the fly. And we're going to challenge ourselves early. I mean, we're going to go to Florida and play two really good teams. Weber International's always good. Southeastern's a blue blood of the NAIA. So
Yeah.
we're going to challenge ourselves right off. So you might say, Coach Sons, what are you thinking? But I really trust these girls, and I think we'll learn a lot about ourselves on that trip. We'll learn our holes, we'll learn our deficiencies, but we'll also see our strengths. And so we're excited about that. We're not one of those teams that just tries to go 4-0 in the non-conference. We want to be tested because if you're not, I mean, in the Sooner, last place can beat first place. I mean, it's
Hmm.
just like an old school ACC type of conference. And then, of course, our exhibitions, we always do those. It's a great way to fundraise, but it's also, we want to play teams that are going to push us, and we want to be our best when January and February get here.
And Kyla, how about opening the season? You get a little road trip to Lakeland, Florida. How cool is that going to be for you guys? But also with the mix of veterans and new players, more of a bonding type thing. It gets you away from campus. It gets you out of the practice gym. And I remember when I coached, that was so valuable to be able to do trips like that to get you to get to know each other a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely super excited. I've already seen with the team bonding things we've done already. This is just such a great group of girls, and everybody gets along really well. So I'm really excited because I know that those travel trips just throughout the years, those are some of my favorite memories with my teammates. And so I'm just excited to be able to go down there. And not only are we focusing on trying to get better and see where we're at in the season, but also just getting to know everybody and spending those 4 or 5 consecutive days all together and just really seeing where we're at as a team.
And then you mentioned it a moment ago, Coach, the Sooner. This may be as deep of a conference that I've seen in many, many years because you hit it on the head. Number one can get knocked out by the last place team. I mean, night in and night out, it's an absolute rock fight in our conference.
Yeah, you have to just stay ready. And on the road, it's tough. We have a lot of trips where we're going to be gone for 4 days at a time, which was another reason we're doing the Florida thing. We're trying to train our bodies and get used to playing 2 games in 4 days. And but yeah, I mean, it's tough. You can't. There's not any night that if you take it off, you're going to lose. And we understand that, and we hope our players do too. What's really fun is we got seniors now. We haven't had much of that. We had one. We graduated one senior, but now we've got four that have played significant roles, and so they're making my life easy. They're telling me, "Hey, I mean, every day if some freshman's doing something, Kyla over here, she's saying, "Hey, we don't do that here," you know. So they're making my life easy. Schedule wise, though, if you ain't ready, you're going to get beat, and we have to stay on the ready.
And Kyla, you've been around the block in the conference. How cool is it to be able to play against some of the top players, not only just in the Sooner, but also in the country, with as how good our conference is on the women's basketball side?
Oh, it's so cool. I'll always check Synergy and I'm looking at the stats and just if you go look at the NAI top 25, so many of the people up there are all from the Sooner Athletic Conference. And it just makes what you're doing feel more important and more valuable because you know that it's not just against these little teams with players who may not even want to play college basketball. These are legit players. And so it makes everything you're doing feel more significant, more valuable. And you know, you're really making a difference in a good conference.
And the support you get from the community, and it's just so much fun to watch games. I get a chance to watch a lot of the games on the live stream. Just seeing the atmosphere, it's got to be so much fun to play in that atmosphere and that great facility you all have down there at Nelson.
Oh, yes, for sure. The Waxahachie community and especially just Nelson, it's just such a small town and everyone really rallies behind us. We have super fans. They walk to the games every time they're walking, they're cheering during free throws and involved in the halftime games. And it just feels really special to be a part of something where everyone really cares about you.
We have the greatest fans in the nation,
Mm-hmm.
and I will die on that hill.
I'm not going to argue with you. I've seen the live stream, so I'm not going to argue with you at all. Hey, it's been so much fun chatting with you guys. Thank you for taking the time here today to chat with us, and we get to know you and your program a little bit more. But I can't wait to see you guys play here in the regular season, and it'll be a lot of fun to follow throughout the year.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you so much.
Hey, we head down to Texas. We talk it over with Nelson, their head coach, Michael's son, one of their outstanding student athletes, Kyla McMinn, and they're going to be a lot of fun to watch this year. So make sure you tune in and check them out throughout the season. When we come back, we'll have more of our great head coaches and also some of our outstanding student athletes. It's the 2024 Sooner Athletic Conference Women's Basketball Media Day.